of the wrestlers. Central, of course, a dominating force here in wrestling in Hunterdon County, in Somerset County. They are currently 16-1. They're one loss to Warren Hills. Hunterdon Central, they are ranked 4th in the state. Delaware Valley, they are ranked 8th. Some great matchups. Usually when you look at a group of wrestlers, there are places in the lineup where there are weak spots, usually at the lower weights, at the middle weights, or at the upper weights. Both of these teams, though, very solid and well represented down.
And we have maybe a little slightly one-sided matchup. I really can't say one-sided in respect of the caliber of the wrestlers, but maybe one guy's a little bit stronger at a weight class. But really, right down the lineup, you can see there's some great matchups all the way.
Of course, we'll run down the lineups and the players. But first, we want to tell you that this contest is brought to you by these good people in the neighborhood. Flemington Car. Right before we came on air, I think Russ has been the only coach ever here at Hunterdon Central. That would stand to reason, wouldn't it, Tom?
Well, it's quite an impressive record when you think about it. If you just got 10 wins a year over a 20-year period, that would only be 200 some wins for a career. Here's a man that's going for his 500th win. That's some accomplishment.
Not only is it an accomplishment within the state, but nationally, he's one of the most winning wrestling coaches there is. Of course, Central, as I mentioned earlier, they are the #1 seed in Central Jersey Group 4. But just to tell you what kind of a wrestling program here they have at Hunterdon Central, since they established that format in 1982, Central has won it every year at Central Jersey Group 4.
They have been the Jersey Group 4 champion. That's an amazing feat in itself.
In terms of some of the players for Hunterdon Central, there are 5 wrestlers who advanced to the state championships last year. And as the teams are getting ready to wrestle, I'll run down those names. Len Leonardi at 103, Tony Leonardi at 112, Ted Kacandes at 125, Giordano at 130, and Eric Lang at 152, all advanced to state championship last year. And Nick Giacche advanced to the state championships in his freshman year at 119. So we're talking about a veteran crew for Hunterdon Central.
Oh, yes. When you have 6 weight classes that have been to that Jadwin Gymnasium, you're talking about a strong lineup.
Okay, as you take a look at Russ Riegel, we can take a short break and then come back for the opening bout in this match. There you see Del Valle. Tom, let's talk a little bit about exactly the format of how the wrestling works, how a wrestling match, for those people who don't really know a lot about wrestling. Okay, there are 13 different weight classes. Okay, and how many periods make up each bout in each weight class?
Well, you have 3 periods, and in high school wrestling, there are 2 minutes for each period.
Okay, in the first period, they both start standing up.
They both start at a neutral position, and then, of course, in the second period, one team will have choice of top, bottom, neutral, or they can defer to the opposing player. And then in the third period, the other wrestler would get his choice of top, bottom, or neutral position.
Okay, let's try to talk a little bit about the scoring. There's various ways of scoring, and different points are allotted, not only for the moves in the bout, but for winning the bout. So it's kind of an individual sport that contributes to a team sport.
That's right.
For example, how is some of the scoring done in the bout, let's say for a takedown?
Well, of course, in the first period, when you start in a neutral, if you take your man down to the mat and control him, you get 2 points for what they named as a takedown. Then once we get into the mat wrestling with one person on top and control of the other, we have what we call a reversal, which would be 2 points. Or if the person can escape and face his man and come back to a neutral position or a standing position on the mat, that would be 1 point. And there's some other ways of scoring. If you turn your man to your back and you can get a 5 count from the referee, you would get a 3-point near fall situation. And if you turn your man back and break a 45-degree angle with his back, and you get at least a 2 count, you would get a 2-point near fall situation.
Okay, Tom, in terms of winning the bout, how is the scoring done? Say, how many points does a team score for a pin or a fall or a victory or a win or a major?
Well, it starts out with a tie being 2 points for the team. And if the person wins on points or a decision, it would be 3 points for the team. And if he wins on a major decision, which means he won by 8 points or more, it would be a 4-point decision for the team. And then if he wins on a technical fall, which means he has outpointed his opponent by 15 points or more, he would win a 5-point decision. And of course, if he pins his opponent back to the mat for 2 seconds, it would be a 6-point win.
Okay, now while we have a second, we have to kind of explain that wrestlers come in at certain weights, and sometimes they switch them around. We're going to try to sort everybody out. This is the tentative lineup that we have for Hunterdon Central. At 103, Len Leonardi, who comes in a record of 21-0. At 112, Tony Leonardo with a record of 13-4. At 119, we expect to see Doug Jensen. At 125, Nick Giacche. At 130, we expect to see Ted Kacandes. He is 18-1. At 135, Giordano is 17-2-1. At 140, we expect Brian Coffelt. At 145 will be Wade Strober or Ike Gilmore. At 152, Van Friesen. At 160, Eric Lang or Bill Fristrom. At 171, it'll be Fristrom or Lang. There they kind of flip-flop.
Right.
Lang has a record of 17-4. Fristrom is 16-2-1. At 189, we expect Bob Woodward at 15-0. At heavyweight, Mike Mueller. Okay, over for Delaware Valley, we expect at 103, Rob Yozzo at 17-4. At 112, Brian Conley at 19-0. We'll take a break here for our national anthem. Okay, back here at Hunterdon Central High School, Mike Pulowski with Tom DeMarco and the C-Tech High School sports crew for the big wrestling meet here in Central Jersey tonight. Central, as I mentioned, coming with a record of 16-1. That lone loss to Warren Hills, one of the top 3 teams in the state. Now to try to pick up where I left off. There we go. Hi, folks at home. To the right, the guy with his mouth moving. I am Mike Pulowski. To the left, Tom DeMarco, Hillsborough wrestling coach and my wrestling expert here tonight. Tom, we're really, I'm kind of looking forward to it. A packed house, a jammed house here, a big crowd on the turnout, always on the turnout for Hunterdon Central Wrestling, but tonight especially looking for Russ Riegel to get that number 500.
Yeah, very exciting situation here. You can see Russ Riegel put his whole team out as captains tonight just to show the importance that he puts on this match, not only it being his 500th win, but also that he's wrestling Del Val, and he knows that he has to do a real good job.
Of course, there was a lot of copy and press in the newspapers, and Coach Vince Fitz, of course, a guy who's been around here for a long time in terms of his 18th year and a good friend of Russ Riegel's. He said he wishes Russ would get that 500 win, but he doesn't want it to come against Delaware Valley.
Well, I have to say I was very happy when Russ Riegel lost his match to Warren Hills, because this 500th win would have been against Hillsborough, and that was my team. So I know how Mr. Fitz is feeling right now.
Okay, starting out at 103, Len Leonardi at 21-0 against Rob Yozzo at 17-4. Starting in the up position, Delaware Valley in the blue, Central in dark, in the black. Tough to tell right now.
Leonardi is very quick on his feet. He has real good reactions.
Central with the white headsets, Del Val with the yellow. Guys kind of feeling each other out here.
Yep, trying to set up some drags in there. They're fooling around with the arms. A couple of picks on the knees.
Of course, Leonardi, undefeated, shoots for the legs.
Still a little tentative, waiting to feel out the guys, see what they can set up.
Both of these youngsters, of course, kind of pros at it, but there's that adrenaline going on a big night like tonight. I'd be very surprised, Tom, to see many pins tonight unless somebody makes a major mistake.
Not likely in the caliber of wrestlers you have in here today to see a lot of pins. But you never know. Wrestling's a surprising game. There's another shoot. Looks like Leonardi's trying to set up a pick on that ankle. Both men trying ankle picks back and forth there.
Leonardi a little more aggressive here at the outset. Shooting a little more. Both guys, as you said, though, feeling each other out. Del Val with the blue and gold trim, the gold headpiece.
I'm not surprised that they didn't get warned. Both men warned for stalling. They're not aggressive action on either part.
First bout here at 103. Big evening of wrestling. Leonardi shoots for the leg.
Len is doing a pretty good job of getting his inside control there. He just can't do anything with it.
Between these two wrestlers, only 4 losses. Rob Yozzo with a 17-4 record at the buzzer.
Del Val had choice, and he chose to take bottom position, second period.
Tom, what's the concept behind choosing top or bottom? I know on the top you have a bigger advantage, but why would a guy choose bottom?
Well, I think in this case, he didn't get a takedown, so he decided that he'd be in the bottom position in the scoring position, since it's his choice. And then rather to defer to Leonardi, he probably figured he can get out.
Go for the escape?
Yeah, either escape or get his reversal.
Leonardi doing a good job of keeping him tied up right now.
Especially with no takedown in that first period. Neither one would probably pick neutral in the second period.
Leonardi doing a pretty good job of keeping him tied up.
Yeah, he is. He also has to get a little more pressure back and try and get up.
Of course, Len undefeated at 21-0. He is the top wrestler in his weight class.
Very good rider, real good person to have on top. Right now, it looks like Rob's in a little bit of trouble and trying to get out of there. He's having a tough time getting away.
Tough time getting his legs out to the sit-out.
Yeah.
Leonardi doing a good job of staying back and keeping good control.
Yeah, he's under real good control now. And he's got, of course, he also has to be careful of that tilt situation. And he's been warned, and now he just got a point for stalling. 1 point against Del Val because of lack of aggressiveness on the bottom. He really wasn't doing too much from the bottom. The referee really was obliged at that point.
Okay, back to the center.
Good first move with an inside switch. Len's tying up that near side, making it very difficult for him to move out.
Keeping him pretty flat there and back, and he's doing a good job of keeping him off balance, not letting him.
Yeah, he's under both arms there, and of course, anatomically, he's so big and strong for a 103-pounder, it's going to be difficult.
Both of these guys, similar kinds of builds at the buzzer, long arms and legs. That's traditionally what you usually see at these weight classes.
Right.
Both of these teams very strong in the lower weight classes. Some of their best wrestlers there, although they're well represented in all the classes. Okay, Leonardi now will be on the bottom.
He chose bottom now in the third period, which was really the only choice he had. He can score 2 points from the bottom if he reverses.
Gets to the sit-up, buddy.
Grabs the head, takes a sit-out, yeah.
Doing a good job of denying him there.
He denied him. He's under the arms. He's controlling him. He's giving a good ride here. Looks like Lenny has
slipping away. Got a turn now, though. Doing a good job to keep behind, though.
I think he'd be well worth trying to get off the mat.
As he does, he crawls towards the edge of the circle. And there we go. Almost
got it. I think Len really should be trying to get his stand-up, get his 1 point work from his feet rather than trying for his reversal at this point.
He's ahead.
He's ahead 1-0.
I would have to say he's been a bit more aggressive throughout the bout, too.
Yes. He has a little more strength than Rob Yozzo. I think that's going to be a factor in this match.
Gets to the sit-out.
Oh, almost got sucked back, and he made his turn.
And yes.
Now he's out front.
Going for the reverse.
And he got his reverse.
He's got it.
Did a real nice job coming back in for his 2.
Leonardi out in front, 3-zip now. On the reversal, did 2 points. Nice move.
And there he goes with that near side tie. He's tying up an arm. He's right on his hips. Very strong, tight waist there. He almost has it wrapped around to the other side of his body.
Usually wrestlers with those long arms using that tight waist, and that's tough.
That's real tough. It hurts, and plus you can't breathe. It's a lot of pressure on the diaphragm. Can't take in your deep breath.
Take a good look at senior Len Leonardi at 21-0 out in front here, 3-1.
Another inside switch, not successful. I think he should try and set that move up with something else before going right to an inside switch. I don't think he's going to nail anything right off the whistle against Leonardi. He's going to have to do a little setup or a little pressure back and then move.
Close match. Both teams looking to get out in front early. 2 of their best wrestlers starting out.
I think we're going to get into another stalling situation here. Rob's not moving on the bottom. And I think Central fans are kind of calling for it right now.
Leonardi's a tough man on top, I'll tell you.
He is real tough.
Almost. As the buzzer goes.
It was a 3-1 score, but I have to say that Leonardi really handled him and kept his cool, very calm, very determined.
Hunterdon Central comes away. Winner in the first bout. Leonardi's record remains unblemished at 22-0.
And this is Tony Leonardi now.
Tony Leonardi at 1-12 against Brian Conley, who is undefeated at 19-0. So this should be a good bout.
This one should be interesting.
13-4 is Tony Leonardi's record. As they're kind of in the... Luckily, the official blows the whistle. They were out of my eyesight. And these guys look really quick.
Yeah, Conley's pressuring, though. He's going right after him. We got a 50-50 position here. It's interesting to see what happens.
Del Val in blue and gold trim.
Yeah, Conley trying a little... He's a pretty strong fellow there, Conley. Nice pick, got under the arm.
Leonardi, but he's going to break it. They're going to go back to neutral.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Conley do a lateral jab somewhere along this match. He looks like he wants to try it. Maybe along towards the end of the match when one of them gets tired, that might work. Nice ankle pick. Very nicely set up with an underhook.
Uh-oh. Conley.
And not control yet. Now
there it is.
Two. Did a real nice job from that underhook position.
Brian Conley out front 2-0 over Tony Leonardi.
And I think they stopped that there for a potentially dangerous situation. It looked like his Tony Leonardi's knee was kind of bent underneath his body there in a bad position.
Leonardi with a quick move.
Nice sit out, good tight turn.
To their feet, not neutral yet though.
Coming out
close.
Front, he's close to neutral with a bear hug on Conley. He's trying to trip.
Takes him off the mat, luckily.
He did a nice job there. Came into it with a bear hug, and then he tripped him backwards, and then of course they went out of bounds.
So we'll start again. Close to the escape for Leonardi. Conley out in front 2-0. On top.
Hunterdon doing a real good job of getting out on their sit out. Good hard turn. Getting out front. It's going to be tough to follow. He's under the arm.
Conley trying to get back, but Leonardi's got that leg to keep him from getting behind.
Yeah, he left his leg trailing. He's still in control, though. He hasn't lost it yet. Leonardi's still going to have a tough time getting his one oar escape.
There it is. Almost a reversal.
Almost, not quite
Not yet.
No reversal. That was a great
close.
bit of defensive wrestling there by Conley. He did a great job there.
As we have some monitor problems here. That was a great first period of wrestling between these two guys.
Very well wrestled, both parts.
Brian Conley of Delaware Valley out in front 2-0 over Tony Leonardi. First bout went to Central.
Trying to suck him back, but I don't think he's going to get that. You got to look out for a Peterson roll right here. Looks like Leonardi's trying to set that up. Conley's a little bit out in front there. He's having a tough time getting back down and behind.
Having trouble with that leg. Leonardi's keeping that leg pretty much tied up.
Yeah, he stepped over that leg. What Conley has to try and do is stretch his man out when that bottom man steps over your leg. Keep him from hitting back into you.
Tonight, when you have two good teams like this, every bout at every weight class is a key one.
That's right, everything counts here. Every little minor point can make a difference.
Leonardi gets to the sit-out, but nothing yet. Conley still control.
Still trying to do his turn and sit out. He's doing a pretty good job of getting out there, and then he just can't get out and face him.
Conley gets his leg over, stays behind, keeps control. Both of these guys working.
Now he's setting up a Peterson again from the bottom. He's trying to go with it, and he gives it up. He's going to start with his high turn again, I think. No, he came back in the windlock. No, I think Leonardi's not really working honestly here now. I think he's getting a little rest.
Conley has the lead to 0 at the reversal.
Conley's going to have to start showing or exhibiting coming out to the side looking for a fall, or he's going to get a warning for stalling.
That's kind of slowed down here a little bit.
Yeah.
People don't realize how physically demanding wrestling is.
There are certain times in a match where they'll take their little breather, especially with 10 or 15 seconds left.
Leonardi behind here as Conley gets to his feet. Close to breaking it.
Yeah, he got his hand free. Now he made his turn. He should be able to get his one out of this.
Gonna sprawl, and that should do it.
As soon as he works that arm through, and
it's close. There
it is.
One. Escape now.
Now will he get the two if he can spin? He's got the leg
hooked.
He's just about there. He's got that left arm. It's kind of tied up in the front there. If he can get that arm free, he's got his two.
Conley leading 3-0 here.
Leonardi did a nice job there getting that leg unhooked. This is a dogfight right here. This is a difficult situation for both wrestlers.
Two good wrestlers.
A nice single leg, came up with a high single. He's stepping it back. He's getting ready to go with it. See if he cuts away. He takes it up. Now he got himself across there, 3 legs across, which could have been trouble, but it's okay now. He made a back trip.
Got 2, 5-0.
Very nice.
Nicely done by Brian Conley as they're off the mat.
Well, that's persistence, isn't it?
He's a good-looking wrestler. They both are.
Yeah. Whereas Conley has 19 and no
19 up, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Of course, Leonardi last year went to the States, advanced at 112. He's only lost 4.
Well, I'm sure come tournament time, he'll be right in there. He's still trying that high turn and that sit out, and I think maybe he should try and change his tack a little bit.
As we're running out of time.
Well, he's out of time now.
And that's it. So Brian Conley keeps his record undefeated. He goes to 20-0. And thus far, we've seen the 2 undefeated wrestlers, Len Leonardi.
Looking for real value in your next.
For Del Valle at 16-3 against Doug Jensen. Edge would have to be slightly to Delaware Valley here. But no weak links in any of these chains, actually.
No, there isn't. I haven't seen Borzotta wrestle this year yet. I have seen Jensen. He's a solid wrestler.
Central in black with red trim. There you see Del Val, Borzotta. Looks a little more muscular, but in wrestling that doesn't always mean a lot.
No, that could mean a difference in a match, and then again, depending on the body types, it really may not be a factor. Looks like to me that Borzotta may have a arm drag if he looks for it.
Borzotta shoots, nothing there that time.
He's into that front headlock position. Nice little short drag there. Didn't
look for the spin here. Can't get that leg around.
Quarter Nelson.
Nothing.
He had a shot at it there. He couldn't get behind.
Good action, no points. These guys getting real active.
Yeah, that was very good. A lot of aggressiveness on Borzotta's part there.
25 seconds in this period. 3-3 the score.
There he goes with a short drag again. Almost gave it up and gave Jensen a go behind there. Now he's going to try a little muscle there, see if he could use it on him.
Ooh, yeah. Yep. You called it. But they're outside the circle and they'll go back.
Jensen did a nice job of getting up to his feet, keeping his base, keeping his balance.
That's the end of the period. No one scored. And now Russ Riegel has some words of advice for his wrestler.
He told him to take a neutral position, I believe. Yes, he did. That was choice for Hunterdon Central, and he instructed him to take the neutral.
Borzotta this time shoots on the leg, has it.
He's in on a double leg.
He's got him.
Yep, very nicely. Nicely done.
Picks up quick, too.
Setting up a cradle there on the side of the mat.
Borzotta very quick.
Yeah, he has some speed to go along with that strength. I might have to give the edge to him in this match right now.
(3-3). Yes, that's the score here at Hunterdon Central. Len Leonardi victorious for Central, and Brian Conley victorious for Del Val.
Here he goes. He's setting up a cradle again. He's got him turned.
Borzotta got it.
There's a count there. He got to a 3 count, and he's getting up to his 5 count, and it's a 3-point near fall right now.
Gets to his stomach. Close call there, though.
Yeah, it's a 3-point near fall. That makes the bout score 5-0. He got his takedown earlier and his near fall for 3 points.
In an important match like this, Tom, of course, everybody wants to win, but the one thing I'm sure nobody wants is to end up on their back and get pinned.
That's right. It's sort of like the panic button when you start to get turned or put there. You're going to do everything you can do to get off, especially in a high-pressure situation as this.
Of course, Russ Riegel is assisted by Tom Carr. He's assistant for 16 years here.
There he goes for that cradle again. He's got it locked up.
Jensen in trouble.
Superior strength. Jensen was almost on his feet all the way up, and he still got that cradle locked up.
1:10 to go, plenty of time.
I don't think he's going to be able to pin him with that shoulder up like that. He's going to have to slip that shoulder before he gets his fall. They'll sure enough tire him out good enough, though.
Got to his stomach. Good work. Picks up another 3, and that makes it 8-zip. .49 seconds.
Trying to use that cradle again. I guess I can't blame him. He was successful twice.
Oh.
Nice forward trip.
I'd have to say Borzotta looks a bit stronger, not only in terms of strength, but in conditioning. Jensen looks a bit tired. Of course, he's had a bit of the worst of the end of it here.
That's right. He's giving up some strength there, and that's going to tire you out. Plus, being ridden on for 2 minutes is going to tire you out, too, carrying someone else's weight.
At this time of the season, all the wrestlers are in great shape.
Well, they should be. They should be with the workouts that they have, plus wrestling this dual meet schedule, and of course tournaments along the way. They should be in great shape by now.
On the sidelines, you can see on the far side of your screen, Russ Riegel giving some instructions to his wrestler, telling him what to use. And they say Russ is a tough taskmaster here at practice.
That's how rumors have it.
Must be doing something right. 499 wins. Jensen now with a move. Nothing yet. Borzotta trying to drag him off as the period goes. 8-1 the score in favor of Del Val. There we go. Bit of a flicker on our monitor. Thought it was my old eyes going. So what happens when you turn 40. Jensen's got to go here, Tom.
He's going to have to find some way to turn him, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to.
Borzotta quick
and
using
strong.
that string. Yep. No point.
No, he didn't turn and face him. He's going to have to turn and face and come out to a complete neutral with no control whatsoever, and he just didn't accomplish that. I would see him coming up to a stand-up again, I would say. And it looks like he tried it.
Oh!
And he hit him with a roll.
Caught him off balance with the roll.
And he's got him right where he wants him now.
Trying to turn him now.
Keep that chest tight.
Got to keep up. Plenty of time, 134. Jensen in trouble again.
He's got plenty of time if he wants to crank him. He's got plenty of time to
Got to be close. Nothing yet.
He's close, though. It's only an inch away.
Close to the turn from the angle here. Jensen doing a good job to keep off his back. I'll tell you, that's the worst place to be in.
Oh, Borzotta with that strength, and he's just sitting right back down into it. He's got his weight in the right position.
Gets his head in the turn, and it's close now. He's got him. Borzotta with the pin.
Well, he just came right into that cradle. He picked his legs right up off the mat, and Jensen didn't even have a chance at that point. Nothing there to post up from, and only... Petiet.
Guys shooting some stuff on the corner there. Central, you know they want to come back here.
I see Giacche has some tape around his ribs there. I didn't know that he was injured.
Central in black with the red knee pads. Del Val in blue and gold.
Well, Giacche didn't wrestle last week when he wrestled against, Hunterdon Central wrestled against Hillsborough, so maybe it was an injury that kept him out of that match.
Of course, at 125, talking about Hillsborough, one of the top wrestlers in the area is one of your own Hillsborough wrestlers. That's Adam Rabinowitz at 1901.
Right. He's having a real good season. And I think he upped his record today and won 2 more matches, so he's...
That's 21-1?
Yes, 21-1.
Giacche looking to up his record here. He's 15-2. Central down 9-3 early going. We're at 125.
Giacche trying to spin. Oh, that was a nice
Close.
double leg there. He just forced that one. Of course, I think that was more of a psychological thing than really actually being able to get the takedown. He knew he probably wouldn't get the 2, but that set him up psychologically now on his feet.
Brought a big roar from the crowd.
There he goes. He's got a whizzer there. Trying to bull him over with a whizzer.
That brings a roar from the crowd 28 seconds ago. In this period, no score. 9-3. Central down to Del Val.
There he
Giacche
goes.
close. Not yet. Now he has
He
it.
got behind. Nice little shuck and a little drag there and spun behind.
2-zip.
You can see the difference here now. We have Petiet with a little more strength and Giacche with quite a bit more speed.
I'd say yes, quickness. Giacche, a tenacious wrestler, that type of guy. As we lose that period, but Nick Giacche out front 2-zip.
Well, for 125 pounds, look at the length of those arms and legs.
Generally, Tom, in the lower weight classes, those are the kind of guys that have a tendency to be most successful. Those guys with those long arms and legs, right? They can wrap them around.
I think it's a big plus, you know, being a wrestler that wasn't tall and as rangy as these people. I know how difficult it is to wrestle someone like that.
Petiet on top, trying to work that leg. Giacche.
Giacche got up to his feet, and they will break that for potentially dangerous so that one wrestler doesn't hurt the other. Nice ankle pick, stop that initial motion. He's not doing a bad job of riding right now.
You have to wonder, and we talked about that tight waist before, Giacche with his ribs taped there. Oh, there's
nice
one.
Yep. He got it right at the side of the mat. Did not stop wrestling.
Picks up the one, makes it 3-0 in his favor.
I look for Giacche to be a little more cautious now. He'll probably try to spin behind again, try and get a freebie if he can, you know, without getting in too much jeopardy.
1:07 to go this period. We're at 125.
Petiet with the underhook there, and Giacche countering by grabbing the opposite wrist. He's in on the leg.
Under 40 seconds.
Chris is going to have to do a little better job of pushing him here, pushing him into trying to get him to make a mistake.
24 seconds to go in this period.
He should get under that arm. He has a duck under there if he can get under there.
Ten seconds to go in this period. Well, we will have to take a short break. No timeouts in wrestling.
Nice ankle pick. He was there. Well,
1 second remaining and no point there. Close, but no cigar.
real close. Point. Oh, I noticed another point up on the board. Now, I don't know what happened there.
3-2.
There was a point awarded for something. Maybe roughness, I don't know.
138. That should heat up this match.
It looks like he got a cut under his eye. There may have been some unnecessary roughness involved with that point.
Giacche and Petiet really mixing it up here. Giacche almost had it.
Nice
Petiet.
go behind. And
No.
Giacche did a good job countering with the whizzer, coming back out in front again.
That was close.
That was.
These guys are going to really wrestle to the buzzer here. This is probably the closest match we've had so far.
This is a lot closer than I thought it would be in this bout, especially with Giacche coming in with a 15-2 record.
Of course, we're not sure of Giacche's physical condition either. Didn't wrestle their last meet.
He looks
Wearing a lot of tape.
He looks a little tired right now, too.
Got poked in the eye. Calls a timeout.
Well, this is an advantageous situation for him because I think he was getting a little tired there. He's going to get a little breather. Injury time clock should be started on this now. They have 2 minutes to recover.
But we could take a short break, I guess, and come back. We don't want to miss we'll go to a quick break and come right back. We don't want to miss the end of this. Don't go away.
It takes a heap of doing to have a first-class lumberyard like these.
Timeout. Wrestling's still going on. And it's a close match. Nick Giacche out in front, 3-2 over Chris Petiet. And I'll tell you what, this has turned into a real pot boil here. The fans get into this match.
Crowd is starting to get excited here. Nice front headlock and good drag, but they were out of bounds. He does a nice job with that front headlock. He's going into that front headlock position again. Giacche backed out. Giacche's going to have to show a little aggressiveness, or he's going to get a warning for stalling here.
31 seconds. Giacche holding on to the slim 1-point lead.
I think we're going to get a warning here.
Giacche
Front
shoots
headlock
now.
again. Looked like Coach Fitz just told him to pressure him, try and get that penalty.
And he shoots, and he's got Giacche's leg. 9 seconds.
He's working in there.
That's the clock now.
Giacche just holding on for the win now.
1 second, and that's it. I'll tell you, that had to be the best bout so far.
That was an excellent match.
Great job by both. What do we have here?
Looks like the little words here of Giacche and that wrestler from Del Val there. I don't know exactly what happened. We were blocked out by the cheerleaders. But it seemed to be a little flurry of action at the end of that bout.
Giacche picks up the win.
2.
(6-9) the score as we go to 1:30. We expect a good bout here. Ted Kacandes with a record of 18-1 against Matt Krieger at 11-6-2. And Kacandes tough. You told me you thought he was pretty tough.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things. I have not seen him wrestle this year yet, but I know that he's a real physical wrestler from the word that's out around. He looks physical. He looks like a real strong kid.
Good upper body. Central in black.
In on that Russian tie, and he tried to go for an ankle pick there, and good counter. He's trying to reach up for the spin behind.
No, close. Both of these guys kind of feeling each other out in the early going here.
Kind of leaning on each other right now.
Kacandes, one of the top records at that weight.
Nice back trip.
And yes.
Good double leg, yes.
There's two.
A little short arm drag in front into a double leg back trip.
9-6 the score. Central down by 3. The big story so far, the pin at 119 for Borzotta at Delaware Valley. Candy stays with the roll.
And he lets him up. I think he's deciding that he can take him down easier than ride him.
It looks that way. Couldn't control, let him go. 2-1 to score. Oh, he must have turned him over. Kacandes quickly turns him over.
Nice lateral drop there. Caught him off balance, and that's a fall.
That's it. And a pin. Changes the complexion quickly of the contest.
Well, I'm sure Riegel was expecting a win at that weight class. I didn't think he expected a pin so early in that bout.
Clinton Ford, Chrysler.
I think that's Brian Coffelt.
Okay, as we mentioned earlier, we have a bit of a tough time sorting out these guys as they switch their weights around.
No two, he almost had that takedown, and it was a takedown. Still no takedown. Good flurry of action. Both men still standing. That was a good counter reaction by both men. Yeah, Giordano's lining up. He's going to wrestle 140 today. He's warming up back there. They have two people warming up.
So we would expect that is Brian Coffelt. They probably swap. They do that a lot.
Yeah, they do. They'll jump people around.
And if it isn't, we apologize, but we're doing the best we can.
Nice ankle pick. Still no two, no control yet. He's have to work up both those legs.
Steinmetz for Del
And he
Val.
crawled right up those legs for his two. Did a real nice job.
Coffelt for the move. Almost turns him.
Real nice Granby roll.
2-2.
Boy, they're not giving each other a chance to get up on each other, are they?
Well, I'll tell you, these guys are really mixing it up.
He's got that cross wrist ride there going for a Turk.
Central leads at 12-9. We're at 135. Knight is still young.
Looks like he's trying to go in there for an arm bar. He's got that arm on the bicep, trying to pull it back. Yeah. He let him off the mat pretty easy there, but he's still in position.
6 seconds. 2-2 to score.
Well, he just got an escape there.
3-2.
3-2 now, Del Val.
Val leads here at 135, 3-2. Central out in front, overall 12-9. Kacandes picking up the pin for Central. Steinmetz. We believe that's Brian Coffelt. Turns, gets one on the escape.
He's got the head. He looked like for that far arm, they'll get his headlock. And
oh, turns him on his back.
Not yet, not yet. He has the headlock. He just can't turn him yet. He hasn't given it up yet.
Doesn't have enough leverage. Has to scoot behind now.
Scoots behind for his 2.
5-3 Central leads.
Boy, Del Val did a real nice job of not getting turned in that front headlock. If you ever had one of those put on you, you would know how difficult that is.
My wife throws one on me all the time.
Then you know how difficult it is. Trying to take an ankle there.
Takes him to the mat on his back. Nothing yet, close.
He's very close.
He's turning now, though. He looks like he's going to get away, and he does. Gets to his stomach.
Yeah, great job there. He was really cranked, too. He did a great job.
That's great determination, that's for sure. Eight-3. Central out in front here in this set.
Setting up that arm in the crotch for a ball and chain. Bottom man is getting warned for stalling, and that's a good call, I'd say. Top man's not doing too much, though. I think that could be a double warning there.
Both of these guys tired.
Well, there was a lot of flurry in those first 2 periods, so I think they're down to the end of the second period. They're getting their breather again. Now both men got another stalling. One got a point.
9-3 Central out as the period ends, and I believe we have to take a short break.
It takes a heap of doing to have a first class.
And a potentially dangerous situation there. He got that arm bent back in a hammerlock past the 90-degree angle.
9-3. And almost to his back again. As you take a look at the Del Valley cheerleaders on the sidelines. Big doings tonight out at Central. Great crowd on hand. Hope you're enjoying it here at home. Here at home. At your home, we're here, folks. I'll get it right.
And we have another stalling. And that was on red again. There should be another point awarded there, I believe. Well, that was the first warning for Hunterdon Central boys. So
turns him on his back again, I'll tell you.
And he's going to come up behind for the reversal, I think.
He's going to slip. He can slip his head out.
He slips that head. He's all right.
There it is.
Not behind yet, though. He may get the one. You better watch out for that lateral drop.
(9-4).
He's going to get dropped here if he's not careful.
Under 25 seconds to go. At 135. A lot of action in all the weight classes so far. Couple of near falls. 12 seconds, Central leading. 9-4. Almost again. And that's it. Central comes up with the win. (15-9). The overall score now. And now we expect to see Giordano.
And yes, we have Giordano now.
The record of 17-2-1 for Central. Against Godown, I believe.
And here's a real strong cookie. Yeah, this Giordano has some great strength.
Low center of gravity, good body.
That was a clean shoot by Del Val, and he just came in, wizard, and got back out.
Giordano, strong-looking wrestler. And very businesslike here. Big height advantage here, Tom, but that doesn't necessarily mean much, does it?
Well, it looks like in this case, Giordano's strength and his low center of gravity directly opposing the tall, rangy type of wrestler. This will be an interesting matchup. See which body type dominates. I know that last year when Adam Rabinowitz wrestled Giordano, that was a heck of a bout. We have two similar type wrestlers, strong, low center of gravity, excellent speed, excellent balance. And that was a war, Rabinowitz losing by a point.
Zero so far.
Not too much action now. No one wanting to take a risk without getting something set up. Giordano in on that rush in there. That would be a type of move he would use. It's a good strength move. Try to set up a single leg or an ankle pick. Neither guy wrestling the center of the mat. I have a feeling that may turn into a stalling situation. Well, look for a spin behind now. He's got the head controlled. Little pressure back and a spin. Yeah, nice drag. Yep.
And it's 2.
Fake one way, go the other. One of the oldest tricks in the book, and it still works. Be interesting to see who takes top or bottom in the second period, with really a close takedown period there.
Giordano, really strong legs, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's got it. There he sucked him back, almost got his 2. Bottom man really not doing much now. Giordano looking to go for his arm bar there.
Giordano in control here, 2-0. He looks in good shape.
Yeah, he's not even breathing hard. He's been working. He's been working hard this period. Chose to take the neutral position in the second period. Nice Japanese whizzer.
Last year, he advanced to the state championship at 130. What's going on here? As Russ Riegel talks to his wrestler.
Well, Riegel was saying that wasn't an illegal hold, but I think the referee stopped it because it was a situation where it may have been dangerous. Anytime that happens, the referee is obliged to stop, even if it's a legal hold.
Del Val shoots quickly, but Giordano reacts just as quickly.
He's got that head control. Look for that snap and spin. There it is. He missed it this time. He really didn't get the snap he wanted.
That's the end of the period. I believe Giordano leads 2-0 as the scoreboard has gone. Do you remember it that way?
2-0. That's right. And we're about halfway through that second period.
Overall score 15-9. As they take time to talk, we could probably take a very short break and come right back. Don't go away.
The Vinyl Vault is more than just a record store. New at Nelson's Corner, Hillsboro, the area's largest new used import memorabilia center. Variety is king. Choose from top 40, LPs, cassettes, 45s, the new CDs, and imports. Your favorite groups on buttons, posters, and t-shirts. Photos and magazines from around the music world. Vinyl Vault, your music supermarket. More than just a record store. The new Vinyl Vault, Nelson's Corner, Hillsboro, and the original in Manville.
Back here at Hunterdon Central, Mike Klowski, Tom DeMarco with the C-Tech High School sports crew. Big night of wrestling on tap here as Hunterdon Central takes on Delaware Valley. Russ Riegel going for win number 500. Right now we're at the 140-pound weight class. Giordano of Central out in front as the scoreboard comes back on. Problem with the scoreboard, which is why we slow down. Giordano leads 2-0, and Central's out in front 15-9. Had a couple of pins already in the contest. Had Kacandes for Central at 130. And Joel Borzotta at 119 for Del Valley.
Now Giordano coming back real hard and strong now. He got a little breather. And I don't think he was breathing that hard anyway, but I think it's a little advantage. A little advantage now. He's like starting the match over. He's fresh again. He's a nice ankle pick there if he wants to take it. Referee going to start it back at the middle. Not enough action from the side there.
Del Val shoots, nothing there.
Very quick on his feet. Great reaction.
Kind of a relentless wrestler, too. Never gives you
Oh, he's not giving any breathing room at all. He's pushing and pushing. There goes a short drag there.
Out of bounds. We'll move back to the center. 46 seconds showing in the period.
Giordano looks like the type of person that really wants to get to that Jadwin Jid finals.
Again.
He's really working hard. A little complaint there that Del Val's not working hard enough working the side of the mat. And possibly justified in the complaint.
I'm not sure anyone works as hard as Giordano.
No, he's working real hard.
Shoots, gets in the leg.
He's in on a high single. He's got a back trip.
Not yet. Almost.
Countered with a whizzer. He's over the head. He might get it now.
There he's got him. That's 4-0. And he's worked for those 4 points, I'll tell you. At the end of the period.
Well, Del Val chooses bottom. He's kind of obliged at this point. Try and get a reversal, possibly work into a near fall situation.
Giordano looks like the type of guy that's going to ride well.
We'll see. It's going to be tough. You know, being shorter, it's kind of much more difficult to ride a person that's long and rangy. Let's see what he does, if he can control that center of gravity. Right now, he's got an ankle. He's got him pretty well controlled. Moved on to the waist.
Sits out, turns, spins with him.
Notice that the bottom end, as soon as Giordano changed his ride, decided to make his move. That's the time when a man's changing his rides to try and make your move and to get into another position. Having a tough time working off the mat, though. He's getting hammered down.
Can't do much when you're flat.
No, he's being overpowered.
Try something there. Giordano just stays with him easy.
Yeah. Not doing much to come out to the side for a pin, though.
No, he's not working much.
Looks like he's looking for his cheap tilt there. He's got that knee blocked off. Well, we got a possible Peterson getting set up. I don't think he's going to get it. No, he lets go of it. Well, let's see what happens here. Should be trying to step up here.
50 seconds.
He does. And
gets
gets
loose.
One, yeah.
4-1. As the Del Valley player checks the clock. Shoots again. For the legs, nothing there that time.
We got a caution on green. He moved before the whistle was blown, and that's a caution. Next time that happens, he'll get a penalty point against him. Nice.
There it is. Nope, out of bounds.
Counted with a whizzer.
Giordano, a real methodical wrestler. He doesn't take a break. He quickly gets back to center and goes right to it.
And Del Val warned for backing off.
$11 seconds to go.
I have a feeling that Russ Riegel wrestled Giordano here expecting to get a pin. Doing the juggling and switching Giordano up to 40.
Well, Riegel switches them a lot, those guys in the middle especially.
Yeah, and of course he's going to try and get the best matchup to get the maximum amount of points.
Picks up the win there. That makes it 18-9.
Now we have a match that's just starting to get away from Del Val a little bit. They're going to have to come up with a big win here.
Okay, we'll look to take a break as we see, I believe it's Wade Strover at 145 for Central. And he's really going to be up against it, against Dan Umbalski, who's 15-4 for Del Valley.
This is probably one of those bouts where you concede the bout, but you hope you don't get pinned or get hurt too badly. And
once again, if we have the names wrong, we do the best we can based on what we were given. So if we're right, we'll take the credit. And if we're wrong, we won't take the blame. Send your cards and letters.
Nice, very nice. Nice fireman's carry. Done out of bounds, no points. They're still at a neutral.
Tom, based on the way the match has gone so far, has Del Valley got to come back here, or does it still have time?
I would say they need a win, and if they need the 6 right now. This can get out of hand. You know, you have Eric Lang coming down the road here. You have Ben Friesen. You have Fristrom, who's a good, real strong wrestler. You know, you have some pretty good boys here.
Well, I'll tell you what, actually, as we look down the weight classes here, the best matchups are yet to come.
Yes.
Some of the best wrestlers are at the upper weight classes for both of these teams.
That's right. That's why it's crucial for Del Val now, you know, where you have a situation where the matches can go anywhere down the line. They have to get the points when they can get them.
Balski for Delaware Valley would have to be the slight favorite, as he's 15-4.
Well, right now I would think he's undoubtedly the favorite, but he's not really doing much right now. There he goes.
Turns him.
That was real nice. He was being pushed, and he just went with the tide.
Picks up 2. He's out in front 2-zip now.
Surprised that he didn't turn him to his back. He had him in the position.
.14 seconds in the period. On a quick reversal here, and he's on his back. And he gets 2. This has turned into a match now. Guys are flying.
Fish back around in a reversal.
4-2 quickly. 4 points scored on 2 reversals as the period goes.
Nice flurry. Lots of poise there by Dan. Lots of poise to come back like that.
4-2 the score in favor of Del Valley. We're at 145, 18-9 to score.
Central chose neutral there in the second period. They had choice. Means that Del Val gets their choice in the third period. Nice single leg in there. Inside reach to a single.
Central does a good job to deny that leg.
Brings
there
it up high. He's got to work up. He did, ankle and up.
6-2.
That was nicely done. That was textbook.
I'll be honest, Tom, I'm kind of surprised that we saw those 2 pins. I didn't expect to see any tonight.
Well, like I said earlier, anything can happen. You don't expect to see it, but that's wrestling.
That's why I'm here instead of out there or on the sideline.
I guess that's why I'm coaching and not out there.
It's a lot easier to call it than to do it. I'll tell you, these guys work hard. People don't realize how hard wrestlers work and how tiring it is to go for those 6 minutes out there.
Oh, it takes a pretty special person to get themselves involved in this sport.
Central with a move.
That was a nice takedown. Counter to the Del Val's move and come up from behind.
And it's 5-6. Del Valley.
A lot closer than I thought it would be.
Riegel's shelling some advice in from the side. Lines over there. Good job to stay with him.
Nice. Good hand control, turned and faced it.
7-5. Balski leads by 2, but a good match. No, it's close to change and
went Russian tie to a single leg pick and missed it.
Does well to deny the 2 points on that one.
Yeah, he did. Good series of chain wrestling there. He's in on a high single. He's coming right up with it. Very nice.
Misses him, turns him. Adds 2. 9-5. Trouble now.
We're working on a reversal here.
Have to watch off the monitor as we're out of range, and I'll tell you what.
No change. Oh, he called a neutral there. He called that a neutral.
As the period ends.
And I'd have to say that was...
We'll stay with it for a second.
That was a pretty good call on the referee's part there.
Now they're going to talk it over. We can take a real short break here. Period of action at 1:45. Balski of Del Val leads at 9-6, but I'll tell you what, this is a better match than I expected, Tom. Good work by the Central wrestler.
Yeah, it is. Balski just came out for a 1-point escape, and now we have a 10-6 situation. Did a nice job of getting hand control standing up.
As you mentioned earlier, this is a crucial weight class for Del Val to get back into it here. I'm sure Central would like to kind of put some icing on the cake and start to wrap it up.
Oh, sure, that would help them.
Good action in this particular bout at 1:45.
Balski very good on his feet.
Doug Febo of Bridgewater East, the top wrestler at that weight class. He's 17-0. Bill Peterson in North Hunterdon also 13-4 at this weight class. So a good smattering of people at that weight class around the conference and in Central Jersey. Balski shoots, but no.
Working for his inside control there, couldn't work it through.
Wade Strober of Central down by 4 here. .31 seconds remaining. Crowd a bit quiet. Not as vocal as it has been.
Here he is on that Russian tie. He's going to try and cross ankle pick. He got caught on that before.
7 seconds. Del Valle will go on to win this bout, and they'll make it a bit closer, 18-12. And it's getting interesting.
Yeah, well, they're back in the match now. And here's a big one.
At 152, we expect Van Friesen for Central against Andy Fitz. At 152, we'll take a short break when we get some time. Right now, we don't have it. Fitz at 17-3. You have to give him the nod, but I'll tell you, the way it's been going tonight, Tom, you can't call him.
No, you can't. And that was a quick shuck by and 2 go behind.
Fitz quickly picks up 2.
He's in on the legs now. He didn't delay at all getting into those legs.
If Del Valle comes up with a win here at this weight class, should make for an interesting finish, don't you think?
That's what they call the pressure cooker, isn't it?
And right now, Fitz in control. He has 2. It's 2 to zip it.
Oh, he's into there.
Got Friesen on his back.
Trying to split him. He may get that turn there. He's close.
Right now, Central just wants to get over, and does.
Still in on the legs. Well, he does a great job on those legs.
Of course, we don't know for sure, but we'd have a tendency to think that Andy Fitz was related to Coach Vince Fitz. That's just a guess. We don't know for sure. It is. 38 seconds. Fitz in control here. He's out in front 2-0.
Still in control. And back in on the legs again. Did a nice job of saving himself with those legs.
As we've said throughout the match, Del Valle in blue and gold, Central in black.
Maybe in a little bit of trouble
Now Fitz in trouble.
Not yet, though. Not yet. He's still got that leg in there. Now
Van Friesen, they roll through. Well, I'll tell you what, that was some tough wrestling as the period expired. Whew. Take a good look at Andy Fitz.
Riegel just told his wrestler to take his neutral position there. Nice shuck by and go behind. Same thing he used before for the 2.
Fitz picks up the 2 again, lets him go. It makes it 4-1.
There he goes.
Turning him. Very close. Gets off his back. Good hustle. And that's determination time, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he was wrapped up in there. He did a nice job. And he gets awarded a 2-point near fall also.
8-1.
Looks like Fitz has decided he could take him down pretty much at will. He let him up again. Probably shuck him by. I wouldn't be too surprised if he shucked him by again.
It's worked twice before.
Right now he's got to work on getting that leg unlocked. In a stalemate situation, neither wrestlers could improve their position, so they will stop the bout and start fresh. Referee tonight doing a great job.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, people don't appreciate the job of the referee. Guy's out there by himself, not like basketball, no help. It's a long night for him, too.
Well, he has about 3,000 critics in the audience. Trying his barrel roll, and he's close. Not quite.
Whoa. Getting there.
Fitz is trying to throw the legs.
Tangle of arms and legs here.
And he's doing a great job looking for a Peterson now, and he may come up with it.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Van Friesen uses this Peterson pretty well. He used it against us a couple of times and was successful.
8-2 the score remains as we move to the final period. Overall score 18-12. As we pick it up,
switch
with Fitz.
Fitz is just handling him right now. He can score at will. It's just a matter of getting him turned.
10-2.
He's in a cross body ride looking for that guillotine. He can get that arm back behind his head. He's there. And that's what he's working for.
Friesen trying to keep out of trouble here.
Yeah, he's really fighting to keep that arm from getting locked up behind the head.
Rolls, but Fitz rolls with him. Keeps control.
And he's going to turn him with a power half. No, he doesn't.
Fitz keeping the leg tied up.
Now this is really tiring for the bottom man, especially when that top man's riding the legs on you. He's got a good deep half and still can't turn him. Now he's going with the power half from the opposite side. He's stretching him. Might get the turn here. No. And he's close. That power
he's going
half,
now.
Yep.
Gets back, fights back. I'll tell you what. Takes a lot of guts and determination at this point when it's late in the last period to keep off your back, and he's going. It's close. Friesen fighting it. I'll tell you what.
He's fighting it. A lesser wrestler would have been decked by now.
Giving up. I'll tell you, that's a lot of guts. Doing a good job as Fitz has had the better of it.
And he's going for a far side cradle. He's locking up on it.
12 seconds. 10-2 Fitz leads from Del Valley.
He's covering up now. He's going to coast for the rest of the 4 seconds or so.
Did a good job to avoid that pin, though. But that makes it really an interesting contest as we work towards the upper weight classes. That'll make it 18-15, and win 500 for Russ Riegel is anything but iced at this point.
Well, I think Del Val would have really liked to have more than a 3-point decision in this point of the match. Van Friesen doing a great job of keeping off his back there. Can very easily have been turned. This is Eric Lang here for Hunterdon Central.
Eric Lang at 17-4. And Matt Schenenberger, 15-4-1 for Delaware Valley.
We got a front headlock here. And Del Valle almost dragged underneath.
Good matchup here at 160.
There he's running that headlock and hooks the leg. Still not behind yet.
Uh-oh.
He got his cradle and...
Got out. No, he's back. Lang's got him.
Not yet. Now he gives him the two. He broke him to his hip.
Still in trouble.
Couldn't turn him, though. Couldn't turn him. And that just stopped for a nosebleed.
Okay, with that, we can take a short break and come right back.
If you're in the market for a new Lincoln, Mercury, Isuzu, Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Nissan, Subaru, Dodge, Buick, BMW, or GMC truck, and want to be assured of the absolute lowest price.
Eric Lang for Central at 17-4 at 160. Taking on Matt Schenenberger at 15-4-1 for Del Valley, and Lang is out in front at 2-0 so far.
And he looks like he might get that arm bar there. He's got a hammerlock. He's grabbing one finger, though. The referee doesn't see it.
Lang having the best of it so far, Tom.
So far, but not overpowering him by any means.
Going for the reverse now. Can't get his legs as Lang does a good job to cover up and get back. Nosebleed again, problem with it.
It looks like the cotton swab fell out. They're going to try and get that bleeding to stop. And this situation where you have bleeding, there's no injury time, rib injury, but not nosebleed. Very doubtful that it would ever happen.
22 seconds remaining. 2-0 Lang leads.
Throws a hard crossface, real tough crossface, looking to set up his crossface cradle. Riding a little high right now. Yeah, there's a switch. Should get out in front.
Not yet. No.
Not yet.
Time runs out.
Doesn't get his 1 point escape. Did a nice job of following him. Russ Riegel telling his wrestler to do what he wants to do. He gave him the opportunity to choose top-bottom, and he chooses the bottom position.
Feeling he can make the escape?
I guess he figured that he could get away from him, yeah. Well, Hunterdon Central, very good from the bottom position. Very good. Throwing a deep half there. He gets wing locked and
it works.
Out front for one, and
not two yet.
May spin behind for his two. Not quite yet.
Picks up the one to take a 3-point lead, 3-0.
Still has that leg blocked off. He's going to have a tough time getting behind.
There it is.
Now he got it. As soon as he got that leg free.
5-0 Lang leads.
Throwing a switch. Couldn't get his arm clear. I see a lot of bleeding there now. Schemberger is showing a lot of blood. Another deep half, another switch. Second, third time he tried that series is really not successful with it. And they're going to stop for a nosebleed again.
Okay, I think we can take a short break here quickly.
Have to find something that works from the bottom here. He's not really doing a great job of getting out from there. He's going to have to change his strategy here. Now he's trying to work that switch again. Trailing his arm, he's not going to get it. Now we're working for a tilt on top. Got an arm bar in, and he slips the arm bar off. Lang switching rides side to side.
Gets a free ride, as you mentioned that.
Into his power half. He's still in control. Hips are a little loose, though. He's dropped his hips. Here's a position where he could make the turn. He's working that leg. And he works the hips back up.
Pretty high.
He's pretty high. He's kind of loose here.
Uh-oh, turns him on his back. Gets off quickly, though.
Nice reversal.
Picks up the 2.
And that's a little response to the Centrals crying before about the nosebleed. And now Lang is injured, and we have a response from the Del Val fans.
Here at 2 points, 18-16. So take a look at Eric Lang for Central Wrestling. Matt Schwinberger.
Changed his tack a little bit, went to an inside switch and didn't work either. Which is a pretty good idea since he was getting his arm trapped.
Uh-oh. Del Val going for the reverse, does get it.
He got 2 there.
Makes it close, 6-4.
And he's got a half sunk in there. Got the cross wrist. Not going to turn him, but there he is. He's flattened him.
Lang on the bottom in black. Del Val in blue and gold. And this is a crucial matchup as we're working into the upper weights. And on the sidelines, Russ Riegel a little more animated than he was earlier in the contest, Tom.
Yeah, I'm sure he really wants this one. Really giving Lang a match here and now. This is a nice comeback. And he's gotten flattened out. This is the first time he's really controlled him.
1:15 remaining. Lang with a good move, but no.
He comes up with a leg, though. Now he's in a good position to make the reversal.
Trying to step back over, but he can't.
Schemberger is going to have to get behind some way. Get underneath that near arm. And there he goes. He's trying to get underneath it.
Tries to turn him. Now Lang.
Nice Peterson. He didn't quite get the move he wanted, but he did get his go behind. Looking for a Peterson roll there, which could have been big trouble.
Oh, now another reversal. 8-6.
Simply pressured back right into him, that's all. Now he's throwing that deep half. He's really going to try and run it. 30 seconds left. He's trying to run it. He's got that wrist in that half.
20 seconds to go. Lang leads 8-6. Sits out.
I think we're looking for a stalling here. And he's running it again, and he's not going to turn him with that.
7 seconds. 2-1, and Lang will win it, but it's... I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a finish.
Oh, he was really trying to run that half with a cross wrist, and Lang did a great job. Posted up on the outside and was not going to get turned.
Lang comes away the winner, but I'll tell you, that was close.
That was. Well, 21-16 is still pretty close here, going down with 3 bouts left.
And we have a good matchup coming. Bill Fristrom 16-201 against Glenn Kroll at 14-2, and Kroll is tough.
Fristrom's good.
Fristrom's the
good.
Football player, of course, for Central.
Nice little running back, right?
Good running back.
Yeah.
After this weight class, 2 to go. 189 in the unlimited.
Tried to step across there. Little throw. Inside reach, single, doesn't get it.
Tom, if you're the coach of Del Valley, as we take a look at a pair of feet. No. What do you tell your wrestler before he goes out at this point?
Well, if we're down to this situation where we need to have a win, you tell him to go out there and just work for his points, get his takedown. You don't want to tell him to win or go for a pin, but work the moves that he's familiar with and go with what he knows how to do best.
Meanwhile, Fristrom picks up 2. He leads now 2-0. Hard for a match between 2 well-coached teams, 2 tough teams. Central comes in at number 4 in the state. Del Valley is number 8.
Yeah, he's got him tied up pretty well right now. Really not breaking his hips flat, but still controlling him. This should be an escape here if he can get out front.
Kroll can't get away.
Fristrom very strong. Showed his strength there.
Fristrom on top, the red knee pads. Kroll of Delaware Valley in blue and gold. Kind of tough to tell it on TV. If your color is off on your TV set, it's going to look like they're wearing the same uniforms.
Yeah. Well, Del Val really needs this bout. If they lose this one here on a decision, that would make it 24-16, and Del Val would need a couple of pins there at the end to win this match.
So this is kind of the pivotal weight class at this point.
Well, this will be important. Very important for Del Val right now.
Let's take a look at Russ Riegel, head coach at Hunterdon Central. Counting down the win number 500. Kind of early to call just yet, though.
Even with a fall by Fristrom here, the match isn't over.
Vince Fitz on the sidelines, coach of Delaware Valley. As Fristrom and Kroll match up out on the mat. 1:34 to go. Fristrom leads at 2-0.
Trying an inside trip, got himself in trouble, and
we have a 2-2.
Kroll comes up with a nice takedown. Christian put himself in trouble there, going with a sloppy inside trip.
As you see in the background, some of the big crowd on hand for this contest.
Now let's see what Kroll can do from the top. And there goes Central, trying to set up that high turn again. Nice near pick. Nice trip.
Brings them down. 2-2, they're deadlocked. Tom, when you get to these heavier weight classes, do the guys try to muscle each other a little more, or do they work the moves as much as the lighter weight classes?
Well, you won't see the speed and the number of moves from the heavier guys as you do from the lighter guys, but I think the trend is away from muscling and more to technical wrestling by the heavier guys. The new rules instituted, and you have to learn how to do some moves. You can't just go out there and muscle and waste time. The referee's going to bang you for stalling. Nice, nice, nice. Really come up with a nice turn.
Kroll keeps control. But Fristrom working.
He's going for that Peterson in there, and he might get it. Kroll trying to post his head out there to prevent that Peterson. Doesn't come up with a Peterson, but he's going to come up with a reversal.
And does. Fristrom takes command and the lead with the reverse.
Going with a high turn. Christian has a cross arm. Actually more interested in just stopping movement than turning him at that point.
(4-2), Fristrom leads, 21-16 on the scoreboard. Central out in front. Two wrestling powerhouses.
There's a switch. Came up with a half stand up into a switch. Trying to stand up switch again. Got a hand control there. Good turn. Christian doing a real nice job of following into a Navy ride, but misses it.
At the buzzer.
And Christian was very lucky to come out of that without giving up two.
He does lead 4-2. Both of these guys top wrestlers at 171.
This is where the condition is going to show in this bout right here, this third period.
Steve Hendershot of North also up there with a record of 17-4.
Got his head lever in there. Kroll just trying to work up his base, get his butt up in the air, keep him from turning him on that head lever. There he goes, he's trailing that arm. He's never gonna get a switch to keep trailing that arm. He's gonna come up now. That was a good move. Should get one there, nice job. Didn't stop wrestling. He kept wrestling even though they were on the side, and that's what he needed to do.
4-3, 1 point separates them now. As Fristrom ties his shoe.
That's where it's very important not to stop, even though you're on that side there. Don't anticipate a whistle. Just keep wrestling until you hear the whistle. Now we need a takedown by Del Val to stay in this match.
4-3.
He's in on a leg. Christian countering with a whizzer. Kroll picks the leg up and they go out of bounds. He had a good shot at a takedown there.
That'll make it real interesting.
Del Val complaining that Christian went out to try and avoid being taken down.
57 seconds showing. Kroll shoots for the legs. No, denied by Fristrom. Now they do it in reverse.
Kroll had a short drag there, but missed it.
Out of bounds again.
Well, Kroll's got to keep pushing him. At least try and get that warning. Force him into a mistake. Really nothing going on now. Kroll's going to have to do a little bit more.
Fristrom. Good move, but no, doesn't get the point.
And this
now
may be a
Val.
2.
Nothing yet.
Not
22
yet.
seconds. Crosses
Gotta
over on the
keep him
leg.
on.
Oh, and he says he's out.
That was takedown.
Yes, he gives it. It is 2.
He awarded the 2. That was a very late call. Russ Riegel's not too happy about that.
Crucial call, too. 14 seconds showing.
Well, I'd say if he didn't get the takedown, he should have been at least 1 point, awarded 1 point. Christian was going off the mat to avoid being taken down.
It's 5-4. Kroll and Lee in the lead here as they talk about it.
Fitz looks a little upset that they're questioning that judgment call there, and I don't blame him.
I'll tell you what, a win here at this weight, this could turn into the last weight class, boiling down to the heavyweights deciding it almost.
This is pivotal. I know that Riegel does not want this bout to go down to the heavyweight. Well, I think that referee made a fair call on that. Fristrom was trying to avoid being taken down, and he was diving out of bounds, and he put himself in that position to give up the 2. So that was a good call. And the call stands.
Tough job for the referee, who's done an outstanding job so far. I'll tell you what, this is a big match out here in Hunterdon County. And as you pointed out, there's a lot of critics on hand from both schools. Let's see what happens here with 13 seconds.
He doesn't look too phased about it, I'll give him that.
Fristrom.
Some trouble here.
They're tied up with 2 seconds. And 1.
Val takes it.
Val will win it. 5-4. Kroll wins. And it's 21-19.
That was a big win.
2 weight classes to go. And the roof might come off here yet. Because we'll have 2 good wrestlers at 189. Bob Woodward of Central at 15-0, undefeated, and Keith Fleming from Delaware Valley is 15-4. So between them, they have 30 wins.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you see Woodward win this on a fall, the roof should go off the gym. The ceiling will blow right off this complex here. Forfeited that match, and he's wrestling Woodward up at heavyweight, and I think that was a smart move. Takes a little steam out of Del Val. But now, Russ Riegel needs a fall.
All right, we have to take a quick break, but we got to come back here quickly because this is the key bout of the contest. Okay, we're back here for the crucial bout, the final bout that's going to decide the contest here. Win 500 for Russ Riegel rides in this as you take a look at Bob Woodward, the heavyweight wrestler for Central against Scott Kappas. And I'll tell you what, Russ Riegel decided to forfeit, and Kappas comes and gets the 2 against Woodward, who has wrestled heavyweight. Usually wrestles at 189, and I'll tell you what, this is really turning into something. I'm getting it out in front.
Well, what looked like a great psych move now may have turned into a very bad move on Russ Riegel's part. I think he really felt he was going to get his 6 right here. Tried to take a little wind out of Del Val's sails by forfeiting to them in that 189. And now we have a 2-0 first period. Not much movement from the bottom either.
Woodward at 189, Kappas a weight advantage. But I'll tell you, they're going wild here at Central High School as people in front having a difficult time seeing what's going on. Kappas in control. We can watch it on the monitor.
Not doing much from the bottom. Not doing much at all. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get warned.
Heading for the sidelines.
Well, Del Val, Kappas is really pumped up here.
Of course, Russ Riegel, an old hand at handling situations like this. Let's see what happens. 25-21. Del Val leads, and Kappes is out in front of Woodward 2-0 as the first period ends. And we have 4 minutes of wrestling to decide this contest.
And no one knows what's going to happen. Right now, it looks like Kappes has the edge here, psychologically. We'll see what happens to the momentum now.
They're hooting and hollering here at Central. Woodward will be on top for Central. Kappes on the bottom, tries to get to his feet. Does. Woodward takes him back down quickly. Battle of the Behemoths here. The unlimited weight class. Tom, in terms of these heavyweights, how much does conditioning play a factor? Are the heavyweights in as good a shape generally as the other weight classes?
Well, don't forget, they're carrying a lot more weight. And if you put 30 extra pounds on your shoulder and tried to wrestle, you know it's going to be much more difficult.
149, and boy, the house is rocking here. Woodward.
He's controlling him, but he's going to have a tough time turning him. And he's up.
Kappes is up.
Point. No, he doesn't.
As they almost come right into our table right in front of us. Talking about being at Madison Square Garden. And it does boil down to that final match between the heavyweights here. Rob Woodward, Scott Kappes. I think they're yelling, "Let's go, Scott." I can't tell.
That's what they're yelling. Let's go, Scott. Del Val's up on their feet. And Scott's doing a great job here. He's going to get an escape.
Of course, a lot of pressure put on Woodward to come out and wrestle at this.
Well, he has to pin to win this match. And
did he call it neutral? No.
He warned the top man, not working for a fall.
2-0, Del Valle out in front. Scott Kappes here.
People up on their feet in the stands.
Talk about rocking the house. 1:17, second period here. Woodward goes for the roll, still in control.
Going for a head lever. He's going to have to flatten him with that.
Kappes to his feet again. Staying in bounds this time.
Pulls him off. So far, Woodward's having a real hard time keeping him down on the mat.
And they both look a bit tired, understandably. The pressure here on Bob Woodward, the undefeated wrestler at 189. Bell Valley fans really rooting here. As he gets up, Kappes gets up. Woodward stays with the leg, though, wraps him up, takes him back down to the mat.
Down on the ankle. He's going to have to try and work up now. He can't just sit there with it. Going for that far ankle. Uh-oh. Change.
And he gets the reverse.
Nicely done.
Slipped out, got behind. 4-0.
May have to wait one more day, one more wrestling match to get that 500th.
Of course, Vince Fitz, he wishes Russ Riegel all the best, but not against me. 4-1 as Woodward is loose now. 18 seconds remaining in this period to wrestle.
Well, not only does Russ have to get by the little ones, he's got to get by the big ones, too.
Six seconds showing.
Couldn't do much there. Woodward's in trouble.
They need the pin as we're to the final 2 minutes. The match will hang in the balance. You talk about going through 13 weight classes and it boils down to the final 2 minutes.
Oh, this is going to be the most exciting 2 minutes of the day.
Scott Kappes 4-1 over Bob Woodward. And Kappes, he's free and they're up. It's 5-1.
Well, Woodward better find something here. Reach down and
And both of them are extremely tired, as you can see, as you take a look at a camera person on hand from one of the schools, not one of ours. Woodward, as we have a breakout on something wrong with his headgear.
I'll tell you, Mike, sitting over here on the Del Val side, I'm afraid that we're going to get trampled if Del Val wins this last one.
Well, I'll tell you, think they'll have a Scott Kacandes day in Delaware Valley. He'd be the hero of the day. Hey. Same goes for Bob Woodward, if he could pull out the pin. But I'll tell you what, a lot of pressure, and he's down 5-1 here. People standing in front, we're watching it on the monitor. It's been a great wrestling match. 1:25 showing on the clock.
Geez, he's not really doing much.
They're tired. Woodward has wrestled up at Unlimited.
He's in
now
there.
He shoots in.
He gets his two.
Gets two.
Came underneath real nice there.
However, the wind won't help. It's got to be the pin.
He needs a fall or a technical fall, and he's not going to get that.
Under a minute to go now.
And a reversal by Kacandes.
Kacandes having his night. 7-3, he leads. A victory by him will deny Russ Riegel win number 500.
Kacandes doing a great job of riding him. He's on him.
Woodward having a tough time. Normally wrestles at 189, undefeated coming into tonight.
Woodward needs a flurry. He needs to flurry now. He's going to have to just find that inner strength. He's got 31 seconds. He's going to have to bring it up from somewhere.
And the Del Val fans are surrounding us here, I'll tell you. Understandably so. 25-21. They lead in the contest.
This sort of looks like Shea Stadium. I hope they don't start ripping the map apart.
Taking pieces of it home. Scott Kacandes out on the mat against Bob Woodward. 20 seconds remaining, and I'll tell you what, barring a miracle, 500 is not going to come tonight.
A stalemate's called.
11 seconds remaining.
Well, Kacandes could even let him up and give him the one-point escape. Doesn't really need to, though.
As you look at the Del Valley wrestlers,
Fitz just got hit with the water bucket.
Yes, and understandably so. As Kacandes says, Woodward with 3 seconds remaining, and that'll do it.
What about?
What a great wrestling match. We will stay right here and enjoy with the fans and wrap it up. I'll tell you what, Tom, the crucial decision by Russ Riegel to forfeit at 189 as the Del Valley team just piles on. Scott Kacandes on the bottom, having his night, a night that comes very few times when you're an athlete, a night that you treasure and remember for always. Getting back to Russ, decided to forfeit at 189. At the time, it was 21-19 in favor of Central. The forfeit made it 25-21 for Del Valley. Woodward went up a class, wrestled at heavyweight, needed the pin, didn't come up with it. Wasn't it a great match to watch?
That was fantastic. Well, the old master made a decision, and it just didn't go his way.
But you don't get 499 wins. The percentages have to go with you. You have to respect his decision. Of course, tonight, I'm sure Vince Fitz says that was the right decision for us.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, there you see us, and that'll just about do it from Hunterdon Central High School. Delaware Valley goes on to win it 28-21. Russ Riegel does not get win number 500. He'll have to
wins a year over a 20-year period. That would only be 200 some wins for a career. Here's a man that's going for his 500th win. That's some accomplishment.
Not only is it an accomplishment within the state, but nationally, he's one of the most winning wrestling coaches there is. Of course, Central, as I mentioned earlier, they are the #1 seed in Central Jersey Group 4. But just to tell you what kind of a wrestling program here they have at Hunterdon Central, since they established that format in 1982, Central
trouble.
They need the pin as we're to the final 2 minutes. The match will The crucial decision by Russ Riegel to forfeit at 189 as the Del Valley team just piles on. Scott Kappas on the bottom, having his night, a night that comes very few times when you're an athlete, a night that you treasure and remember for always. Getting back to Russ, decided to forfeit at 189. At the time, it was 21-19 in favor of Central. The forfeit made it 25-21 for Del Valley. Woodward went up a class, wrestled at heavyweight, needed the pin, didn't come up with it.